Most people think the rich live differently because they have more money. The truth is simpler and stranger than that. Your net worth doesn't just change your bank account. It changes how the world responds to you, how you feel when you wake up, and what your brain circles back to at 2 in the morning. There are 3 thresholds where everything shifts. Most people spend their entire lives in the first one without realizing it. Here are the 3 net worth levels where life starts feeling different, and what actually changes at each. 1. Level 1 is what I call the survival loop. This is under $25,000 in savings or investments. The defining emotion here is not laziness and not failure. It is pressure, a quiet, constant background pressure. Every month is a math problem. Income comes in, expenses go out. Whatever gap is left, if there is one, determines how safe you feel that month. Not that year, not that decade, that month. The human brain is designed to prioritize threats. When money is tight, it becomes a permanent hum you cannot switch off. Research on financial scarcity shows it actually reduces cognitive capacity, the mental energy left over for decisions, relationships, and long-term thinking. You are not less capable at level 1. You are operating on a depleted mental budget. The trap at level 1 is this: most people try to escape by earning more. But without changing the relationship between income and spending, lifestyle inflates to match the new income, and the loop continues. A pay rise feels good for 3 months, then the new normal sets in. Here's something else. Level 1 thinking does that almost nobody admits. It makes you see monthly costs instead of total costs. A $500 monthly car payment doesn't feel like $30,000 over 5 years, but it is. The banks, the subscription services, the dealerships with easy payment plans. They all thrive in level 1 because level 1 thinking plays right into their hands. The actual exit from level 1 is not a bigger salary. It is a decision to deliberately create a gap between what comes in and what goes out, and to treat that gap as completely non-negotiable. Level 2 is the awakening, the $25,000 to $100,000 range. And something happens here that you cannot fully understand until you have lived it. Your money starts growing without you actively pushing it. Not by a lot at first, but by something. Interest, dividends, small gains. One day you check your account, and the balance is higher than it was yesterday. And you did not earn anything extra. That feeling rewires you permanently. Something else shifts at this level: how you think about time. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Is this worth my time?" That is a completely different question. And the gap between those two questions is the gap between level 1 and level 2 thinking. At level 2, you also start reading people differently. The person with the least luxury car and brand name everything is often still deep in level 1 financially. The person driving a paid-off used car and investing the difference is quietly building toward level 3. At level 2, you stop wanting to look wealthy. You become focused on becoming wealthy. The $100,000 milestone inside level 2 is particularly powerful. Warren Buffett called it the hardest number to reach, not because of the math, but because of the discipline required to get there. Once you cross it, compounding becomes visible to the naked eye. Your money grows faster than you would expect if you leave it alone and stay consistent. The momentum shifts, and you can genuinely feel it. One warning at level 2. Some people around you will get uncomfortable as you advance, not because they are bad people, because your changing habits hold a mirror up to their own. This social friction is one of the most overlooked reasons people stall at level 2. The pull to go back to old patterns, spending to fit in, treating yourself just this once, is real. Recognize it for what it is. Level 3 is the shift, $250,000 and beyond. And by the time you arrive here, the rules of money have permanently changed for you. Your investments now generate meaningful income on their own. Not side hustle money, real income. More than you would have imagined in level 1. And critically, you are no longer playing defense. Defense was level 1, surviving, protecting, managing monthly stress. Level 3 is offense. You are making decisions about where to allocate capital, not whether you can cover next month's rent. The most surprising thing about this level is that genuinely wealthy people become quieter about money, not because they are hiding it, because they no longer need to announce it. The proving is done. The financial anxiety is gone. What you notice instead is a kind of steady calm, an absence of fear that frees up enormous mental space for relationships, creativity, and the things that matter most to you. And one more shift that almost no one predicts. At level 3, time becomes your most valuable asset, not the car, not the house. The ability to say no to things that cost you time, and yes to things that genuinely matter. That freedom is what people at level 1 and level 2 are actually chasing, even when they describe it simply as wanting more money. Here is what most financial content avoids saying out loud. These 3 levels have nothing to do with income. They have everything to do with behavior. People earning $300,000 a year can spend their entire lives at level 1. People earning $50,000 a year can reach level 3 within a decade, with consistent habits and a protected gap. The threshold is not your salary. It is the gap you create between what comes in and what goes out, and the discipline to invest that gap every single month without exception. You do not need a perfect plan. You need a consistent one. Decide which threshold you are crossing next. Protect the gap and start treating it like it is non-negotiable, because it is.